Hey yo, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Dash, and double see apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, man. Shalom to the Akim out there doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Just got a quick article here, man. Just on these so-called Jews, these guys in the land, man. Just showing how off these guys are, basically, man. Like, you know, these guys are claiming, you know, they're claiming to be the real Jews, the descendants of Israel, but you know, that's just not true. That's on tablet. It says grandson of former Israeli chief rabbi to marry his long-term boyfriend. That's, I mean, you know, that's the kind of madness that's going down in the Holy Land, man. You're gonna have, it's meant to be one of the top rabbi's grandson. It's gonna is pushing some dude's shit back, man. Like, that's just, you know, and the Lord's meant to be down with that. You're having a laugh. In a few days, a young Israeli man named Ovadia Cohen will marry his boyfriend, Amichai Landsman, in a ceremony conducted by a gay Orthodox woman. The level, you know, the spiral of just confusion just gets deeper and deeper, man. It's just like, that's just a hot mess, man. How you gonna have a woman, like, you know, doing a ceremony, but then she's a faggot as well? That's just the, you know, that's some madness, man. There won't be much out of the ordinary about the ceremony, one of many same-sex civil unions taking place in Israel every year, with one notable exception. Cohen is the grandson of the late Rav Ovadia Yosef, Israel's former chief Sephardi rabbi, and one of the most notable halakhic authorities of the modern age. Cohen, whose parents were divorced at a young age, grew up in the famous grandfather's house. So he actually grew up around the grandfather. The grandfather might have been the one that broke him in, man. Those criminals. Shortly after, Yosef concluded his term as a chief rabbi, and just as he was establishing Shas, a successful social movement and political party that helped shape Israeli society in the 1980s, 80s and 90s and beyond. As a boy, Cohen then spent his days mingling with Israel's religious and political elite. So the thing is, this guy grew up to be a homo, and he grew up around the top levels of that so-called Jew society. At least what they believe to be the top levels. It says what? Growing up, he married a woman and had 2 children before coming out as a gay man. 3 years later, he met Landsman, himself a gay Orthodox Jew, and the two moved in together. So this guy, he tried to front it, and then he was just like, you know, the burning was too much. But that's the thing is that's what goes on in the land. These guys had the biggest gay parade on the planet, man. You got hella all kinds of guys claiming, you know, that Orthodox Jew. Well, let me just scroll it. It says, last year, Yigal Guata, a prominent member of the Knesset with Shas, was forced to resign after he chose to attend the same-sex marriage of his nephew. The case called attention to thousands of gay Orthodox men and women still struggling for acceptance within their community. So these guys are claiming to be Orthodox. They're meant to be down with the scriptures. Bro, why am man not putting Leviticus into action then? Because really ain't that. Bro, these guys are a bunch of fucking heathens, man. They're a bunch of heathens. And the Lord ain't dealing with them, man. Read Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. And the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the banner of Yahweh. So these guys are in the land. They're not holding no. They're basically just getting down with the Western ideals, Americanization. They claim to follow the you know, to follow the Torah, but then these guys are just going off. Why these guys got the biggest gay parade on the planet Earth going on in the Holy Land if they're meant to be dealing with the Torahs, which obviously they're not, man. These guys are all kinds of off. But that's just, you know, I just saw that. That was just that was some fucked up shit, man. I was just like, well, that shows that these guys aren't the guys, man. You know, where's in the scriptures where the Lord says he's gonna be dealing with his people And then they're just gonna have, they're gonna get the kingdom. David's gonna be with them, and a bunch of them are gonna be plugging each other in the anus. No, it said man are meant to be having youths. Man, a small man's meant to become a nation. How's a man gonna become a nation when he's plugging another man in the anus? That don't make no sense. I'll leave it there, man. Shalom, Yabba Shemar Shabbat.